Inside every mind lives a presence that shapes our thoughts without ever being seen. It is not born from evil, but from protection, from memory, from the need to survive. This is the monster inside your mind, not a creature of destruction, but a guardian that learned its lessons in moments of fear and uncertainty. It speaks when you hesitate, when you doubt your worth, when you feel the pull to stay small rather than risk becoming more. The monster is not your enemy, even when its voice feels heavy. It is the echo of experiences that taught you to be cautious, that taught you pain could come suddenly, and safety must be defended. It believes control is protection, and distance is strength. Yet control is fragile, and distance slowly turns into isolation. The monster grows strongest when it is ignored. When you refuse to acknowledge it, it quietly guides your choices from the shadows, convincing you that avoidance is wisdom and that silence is maturity. It tells you that now is not the right time, that you are not ready, that you are not capable. These are not truths, they are strategies that once helped you survive, but now keep you from living. The monster seeks familiarity, even if familiarity is painful, because known pain feels safer than unknown possibility. This is why people return to patterns that hurt them, to roles that limit them, to lives that feel smaller than their potential. The monster does not seek your joy. It seeks predictability. It seeks a future that resembles the past, because the past has already been endured. But survival is not the same as fulfillment, and safety that erases growth becomes a quiet form of captivity. To meet the monster is to meet your own vulnerability. It is to realize that much of your fear belongs to moments that no longer exist. It is built from memories that were never fully processed, from emotions that were never given space, from needs that were never spoken. When you listen closely, you may notice that its voice is not powerful, but tired. It has been guarding you for a long time. The monster does not need to be defeated. It needs to be understood. When you approach it with curiosity instead of resistance, you begin to see that beneath its fear is care. It wants to protect what matters to you. It wants to prevent pain, because pain once felt unbearable. But you are not the same person you were when those lessons were learned. You are stronger now, wiser now, more capable of facing discomfort. Growth begins when you gently show the monster who you have become. You show it that courage can exist alongside caution, that vulnerability does not always end in harm, that uncertainty can hold opportunity. You do not silence it by force. You soften it through patience and experience. You prove through action that you can face fear and survive it, that mistakes do not define you, that rejection does not erase your value. The monster often disguises itself as logic. It calls fear realism and limitation responsibility. It says you are being practical when you suppress your dreams and mature when you hide your emotions. But wisdom is not the absence of feeling. Wisdom is the ability to feel without being ruled. It is knowing when caution protects you and when it confines you. The monster reveals where you have been wounded. The intensity of your fear shows where healing is still needed. This is not weakness. This is information. It is a signal pointing toward a story that asks to be understood. As you listen, the monster begins to change, not because it disappears, but because it evolves. Its voice grows quieter, steadier, less urgent. It transforms from panic into awareness, from anxiety into intuition, from avoidance into discernment. This is what happens when self-trust replaces self-doubt. When you trust your resilience Fear no longer controls your decisions. The monster becomes a mirror, reflecting how safe you feel within yourself. It shows where you still believe you are fragile or alone. But it also shows where your strength waits to be claimed. You are not meant to destroy this part of you. You are meant to integrate it, to teach it a new language, one that speaks not only of danger, but of possibility, not only of protection, but of courage. In this balance, you find freedom. Not freedom from fear, but freedom from being ruled by it. Not freedom from pain, but freedom from avoiding your life because of it. When the monster becomes an ally, you stop merely surviving and begin living with clarity, depth, and quiet strength. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. It will help me create more videos like this in the future.